Hi Tony, my name is Jamie. I'm making this video for you and your family to give you an introduction about myself and to talk to you about my unconditional love for Kristy and why I want to marry Kristy. Please forgive me, I wrote a bunch of stuff down I don't to go over. I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to forget to say anything. So I made some notes to things to talk about in the video. Anyways, this is for you and your family. I'm 47 years old, and I was born in Rawlins, Wyoming on December 15th, 1973, to my mom, Ann, and my dad, Jim. And we moved to Oregon in 1974 to Klamath Falls. I have one older brother, Leroy, and that's about it for my family. The only family I've ever known was my mom, my dad, and my brother Leroy. I graduated from Mazama High School in January 1993, and I went to Central Oregon Community College up in Bend for about a year. And then I moved to Arizona after my 1 year of college, but after a short stay I moved back to Klamath Falls a few years later. Pretty much I'm a clean-cut guy. I don't have no tattoos, no piercings. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. Pretty much my character, I always try to be a nice, kind, caring, and loving guy to everyone I meet. Always trying to help others as much as I can. And I'm pretty easygoing. I have a goofy sense of humor, as Kristy could tell you that. I just like to make people laugh and smile because I just feel people need to laugh more and enjoy life. I consider myself conservative. I support Trump because of his conservative agenda. Right now I get a permanent income from Social Security disability every month because I have obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, and I also have a shy bladder, otherwise called, see if I can pronounce this right, paresis, by the doctors. That's what they call it, paresis, shy bladder, and then I have OCD. So I have a steady monthly income coming in every month, which would help contribute to the household and take care of Kristy with. I get about $1,100 a month. And I always believed in paying my own way and not taking advantage of others. I do have future goals. One of them is I'd like to start my own direct mail advertising business. It'll be a home business, maybe someday in the future. And the way I would get the money to do that, I wouldn't take it out of my disability. That would be for the household and for supporting, it would contribute to the household. So I would not take any money out of my disability for this future business. I would do side jobs around St. Helens, just for people, like mowing lawns, things like that, to earn extra money to start up my business someday. This is a business idea for the future, my direct mail advertising business, but I would not use my money out of disability. That would be for the household. I would do side jobs around St. Helens to get the money to start this up someday, so I don't have to use my disability money, because my disability money would go to contribute to the household. Excuse me. My OCD is kind of like the comedian actor Howie Mandel, but not as severe as his. But ever since I met Kristy, my OCD has gotten better because Kristy gives me so much unconditional love and humor, which are both powerful medicines, and it helps me greatly, and I feel so much better because of Kristy. And my OCD is nothing new because a lot of people have it, and OCD is very common among people. The things I do with my OCD is counting, checking, and ordering. Even though it might look strange to some people doing my OCD stuff, Kristy still loves me, even though she sees me doing my OCD on a regular basis when we Skype. And she sees me doing my checking, ordering, and counting. And when I do these things, my checking, ordering, counting, I'm very precise, and I like to do things right the first time when I do projects. When it comes to doing house projects and cars and things like that, I like to be very precise. So I guess that's one benefit of having OCD, is I'm very precise to get things done right the first time. But with my OCD, a lot of people have OCD, and some people have it a lot worse than I do, and more severe than I have it. And like I said, Kristy's seen a lot of the things I do with my OCD, the counting, checking, and ordering, and she still loves me and accepts me for me. And I hope you can accept me for me too, because my OCD is not harming anybody. I'm not hurting anyone because of my OCD. I just go through my OCD motions that I need to go through when I do everyday tasks, because when I do my OCD, I don't know, it's strange. I guess it comforts me, and a lot of the times I just don't recognize that I'm doing it. And I take medication for it, but besides medication, Kristy's love and her being with me is the biggest thing that helps me. But I go to the doctor regularly to stay on my medications that I take, and the medications also help me to sleep, because sometimes I don't get enough sleep, and the medications for the OCD also helps me get some sleep that I need. But the biggest medicine is Kristy's unconditional love and support that helps me the most with my OCD. But so you know, some of the things I do that a lot of people do who have OCD is I check the oven, make sure it's off. I check the locks on doors, make sure they're locked. I check water faucets, make sure they're not dripping or anything, and they're off. And the thing with OCD, I check them several times until I'm done going through my OCD motions, and then I move on to the next thing. But not to worry, usually if I'm left alone while doing my OCD and stuff, the things I do with my OCD, I will get through it and get it done and over with, and everything will be fine. But yes, I have OCD, but at least the good side of this is it's just OCD. I don't do bad things like drink and smoke or do drugs, and my OCD is way better than doing a lot of those things that a lot of bad people do. But love and humor and family is what I need, and I have been alone for quite a while. But because me and Kristy love each other, it's very helpful and good with my OCD. So all I can do is ask for your support and love me like a dad, because I never had a real dad in my life. And I'll talk about that in a bit. And I will talk more about that in a few minutes, of course, about my dad and my family. But it would be great to have a dad to love me and support me, even though I'm not perfect. Despite having OCD, I'm still a normal guy. And Kristy has told me a little bit about your granddaughter Alex and her struggles and problems, and that she has to deal with. And Kristy said that you talk about love and hugging each other all the time, and that love is the best medicine when people are going through problems in their life. And it would be great to have that kind of love for once in my life. And with my shy bladder, otherwise, like I said, it's called paresis. Millions of people go through this paresis. They have it, shy bladder. And once again, Kristy's love and support is helping me get through it. But basically, shy bladder is, to describe it in short detail, shy bladder is when you're around other people, you're unable to use a public restroom. Urinate is impossible because of shy bladder. So that's what I go through. I'm in a situation in a restroom and I'm unable to go to the bathroom because of shy bladder. So that's basically what it is. Inability to urinate in public situations. So that's what shy bladder is. And I could talk to you more about it if you want. In the future, I can talk to you more about the OCD in the future. But that's what I'm dealing with. But like I said, it's a lot. There's people who do drugs, they smoke, they commit crimes, and my OCD and shy bladder, it's nothing compared to what most bad people do. So, excuse me. Anyways, to tell you briefly about my family, my mom and dad got divorced when I was about 6 months old, after we moved to Klamath Falls, and my dad left me when I was 6 years old, because my mom had told me that he said he couldn't pay child support anymore, and he basically disappeared, and I never saw him again. And back in 2003, I was talking to the child support people, the DA's office here in Klamath Falls, who handles child support cases, and the lady told me, after she pulled up my mom's past file on my dad's child support, that my dad had passed away in 1996. So I never saw my dad. When I was 6 years old, he disappeared, and I never saw him again. And I learned of his death in 2003, that he had passed away in 1996. Other than my dad, the only family I've ever known is my mom and my older brother, because we never had money to go visit family, so I never got to meet any of them. So just basically growing up was my mom and my older brother. That's the only family I've known. And right now, my brother, he has problems and issues he's dealing with. He went through an ugly divorce probably about 6 years ago, and so he's dealing with that. And me and my mom have always had a rocky relationship, especially the past few years. I do love them a lot, and I do pray someday me and my mom and my brother can reconcile and rebuild our relationship. But in the meantime, my mom is okay because my brother is helping her out, and I'm just ready to move on and start a new life with Kristy and marry her and have a life with her. And also the rest of all of you, her family, start a new life with Kristy, marrying her, and all of you, her family, and just start a new life. And I'm really looking forward to having you all as my new family. I'm really excited about that. Basically, Tony, these past few months, my unconditional love for Kristy has just grown larger and stronger, and this is why I want to marry her and why I love her. Kristy, she's so sweet and kind and has such a pure, loving, beautiful heart like I've never seen before. And she's very caring and has a very beautiful, creative mind. She's very compassionate, nice, kind, sensitive, empathetic, and sympathetic. She's very funny, smart, and wonderful, beautiful, strong-minded, and she has a beautiful spirit. And she's a very strong woman as well, considering what she's going through with her arthritis. She's very strong. And we're the perfect match for each other, because we have so much in common, and we're best friends now. And she's such a beautiful person, Kristy is, and she has such a beautiful heart. And I love Kristy because she is the greatest gift in the whole world universe that God has ever gave me. And I'm truly blessed and to have Kristy in my life. And it does break my heart that Kristy has rheumatoid arthritis and she has to deal with that. But I love her so much more because of it. And I definitely want to marry her so I can take care of her the rest of her life forever and give her extra unconditional love because of her rheumatoid arthritis. And I want to marry Kristy because she gives me so much unconditional love like I've never got before in my whole life, and I know she loves me. And I have an enormous amount of unconditional love for her. And like I said, I learned from God's message in the Bible about unconditional love years ago. I've learned about God's message of unconditional love. So it gives me the knowledge how to love Kristy unconditionally by giving her a trillion times the love back that she gives me. And I'm excited and happy to be able to love her and be able to take care of her for the rest of her life, forever and forever. That's how much love I have for her. I'm real excited to be with her and be able to take care of her. And Kristy is now my best friend in the whole world. She's my best friend. Excuse me. Kristy and me over the past few months, we've had a love and friendship that has grown so large that me and her are not just in love with each other, but we're best friends to each other. We are a team. We are a perfect match. Me and her have so much in common. Every time we talk on the phone or we video Skype, we have so much fun together. Me and her, we like to have fun. We play games together like name games and celebrity name games and make up words to songs. And we play word games. And we like to sing together and be goofy. And we have fun and laugh and we do humor together. And we also do music together and funny Mad Lib stories together. Me and Kristy just have so much unconditional love for each other, and all the humor and all the fun times we share. It's so much fun and entertaining for each other, and we're just so creative together. And me and Kristy, we just like to stop and smell the roses and enjoy life together. And we have this enormous amount of unconditional love for each other. And the kind of love that I will give to Kristy is, I will love her every day in lots of ways to help her because of her rheumatoid arthritis. When she does her house chores, I'm always going to be there to help her with her chores so she can get them done without too much struggles because of her arthritis. I will help Kristy out with all of the everyday tasks she needs help with that she does every day, such as whether it's laundry, helping her in the kitchen when she cooks, everything and anything she needs help with, I will help her with that. And every day I will do my best to comfort Kristy and help her with trying to alleviate her pain and stiffness due to her arthritis. I will give her, daily massages on her stiff and painful and sore joints and other areas she needs massages on, like her hands or whatever she's having problems with because of her arthritis. I will help her out massages and things and comfort her. And I will always be supportive to Kristy and I'm going to be there for all of her doctor's appointments, all of her physical therapy sessions. I will be there for her, and anything else that she needs me to be there for her that has to do with her arthritis and anything else. I will be there for her when she does her arthritis exercises. I will do them with her. I will do her arthritis exercises with her so she doesn't have to do them alone. And I will go on walks with Kristy and be there for her in all aspects of her life. And I will always be there to love and serve Kristy every day, because I am not a self-serving person. I am a person that will serve Kristy and love Kristy. And I will always be attentive and put Kristy's needs and wants before my own. And Kristy will always be my number one top priority. And every day I will tend to Kristy's needs, to all of her needs, by doing things for her, such as if she needs me to get food for her out of the kitchen or water or anything she needs, juice, cranberry juice. I will do that for her. Anything she needs me to get for her or do for her, I will do. And I will do anything for Kristy that she needs me to do for her every single day, and help her with anything she needs help with. And I will always be a gentleman towards Kristy, and all the time. And every time we go somewhere, I will always open doors for Kristy and be a gentleman and help her out of the car and just open doors for her. And I will always watch over her and protect her. That's my main thing, is protecting her and watching over her. I will be like a loving hawk with her. And in the stores, I'll always be the one to push the carts and carry things for her, because I don't want her to have to do that. I will do that for her because I want to be a true gentleman and loving to her. So I will do all that stuff for her. And I will always shelter Kristy and never let anything happen to her. I will guard her when we're outside in the world. And I'll always be taking care of Kristy and making sure she's okay. And I will always be so patient with her and ask her all the time if she needs anything or if she wants anything, needs me to do anything at all. Because like I said, I'm here to serve her. I am not self-serving. I'm here to serve her. And I will always love Kristy every single day with lots and lots of enormous unconditional love, forever and ever. Because she gives me so much unconditional love every day, and she has such a beautiful, pure, loving heart. So I'm going to give her tons of love back. She gives me just a little love, I'm going to give her an enormous amount back. That's how I am. And that's how much I love her. And like I said, I am fully aware when I met Kristy and learning and talking to her these past few months that she suffers from rheumatoid arthritis. And I've seen her move around on Skype and how she is because of her arthritis. And I understand it's possible that her arthritis could get worse in the future. And it does break my heart that she has this disease, but it truly, really makes me love her that much more. It makes me love her that much more unconditionally because of her arthritis, and I really want to marry her, and I want Kristy to become my loving wife, so I can be with her and take care of her for the rest of her life. And I will always be there for Kristy and care for her and help her and always be by her side and love her unconditionally. I promise you, Tony, I will never, ever leave her. I am marrying Kristy for a lifetime permanent marriage. For forever. It's a lifetime marriage. It's forever. As long as she lives. And I pray we live a long time. And on Kristy's bad arthritis days, when her flare-ups are bad, or she doesn't feel well, or she's stressed out, or she's tired, I'm going to give her enormous, extra amount of unconditional love on those days. And also, right now I'm learning about rheumatoid arthritis, and I'm going to continue to read up on it and learn about it, so I can be the best loving husband for Kristy and help her the best way I can. And I'm going to be going to her doctor's appointments and learning about it as much as I can to help her every day. Because Kristy, she means so much to me because she is so kind and sincere and funny with her humor, and she has such a big, beautiful, loving heart, and I love everything about her, and the wonderful person that she is. And not only is she my true love, but she's my best friend in the whole world. And one important thing I've learned over the years is if you truly love someone unconditionally, the way I love Kristy, then you never leave them regardless of what happens in the future. If someone gets sick with a disease or whatever, you never leave them no matter what. You just stay by their side. You never leave them. No matter what happens in the future, diseases, whatever happens to the one you love, you stay with them. That's what I've learned. That is true unconditional love. And that is the kind of strong unconditional love that I have for Kristy. And I will always love Kristy with lots of kindness, patience. I'll always be caring, romantic, affectionate, and love her with lots of tenderness. And I'll always be sincere, always be a gentleman, and supportive, attentive to all of her needs, and I will forever stay dedicated and loyal and faithful to Kristy, and be, like I said, I'll be devoted and dedicated to Kristy for the rest of our lives, her lives, with lots and lots of unconditional love for the rest of Kristy's life, forever and ever. And the type of marriage that me and Kristy have talked about, we want to have God actively involved in our marriage, always included in our marriage. We will always be praying to God that God helps us in our marriage and helps lead us and guide us in our marriage. And we will use the Bible as our marriage manual. The Bible has a lot of stuff on marriage, and we're going to use that as our manual, as our guide. And I will personally use the Bible and God's message as my guide to be the greatest husband in the world for Kristy, the best, greatest husband in the world to her. And me and Kristy, we're going to be a team, and we want a marriage that is based on God's laws and principles. And we want a marriage that is a partnership marriage. That's what we talked about. We want a marriage that is a partnership marriage that is based on love and understanding and with open communication. And me and Kristy agreed to discuss everything that comes along with the marriage, whether it's money matters, household decisions, major purchases, anything to do with our marriage and future. Me and Kristy are going to work as a team and discuss everything. And when I say a partnership, I mean an equal partnership, because Kristy is my equal, and In no way whatsoever am I greater than her, but she is my equal. I am not greater than her. She is my equal. And that's the way we're going to have our marriage. She is my equal. Because me and Kristy, we have a real relationship that is based on real, true, unconditional love. Not lust, but real, true love. And we have a lot of love, me and Kristy, that is rooted in friendship. I love Kristy for everything she is as a beautiful, wonderful person, and her beautiful, caring heart, and her kindness, and her beautiful mind. Me and Kristy have talked about going on outings together, such as going to the county fair, going to the parks, places like that. And so you know, when we do go out, I will always go on Kristy's pace because I know she has arthritis. So we're gonna go out and I'm gonna do things with her on her pace because of her arthritis. And me and Kristy, we're only gonna go out when Kristy feels her absolute best that day. And we will always plan activities that we can both do together. I don't want to do anything that she can't do. We're gonna do things. I only want to do things that she can do with me. And when we do go on outings, I'm always going to be so patient with her, and I'm going to take absolute good care of her because I love her so unconditionally. So if we're out somewhere and she has to rest, and her feet are sore, I will be right there to give her foot rubs, massage her feet, and I will take absolutely good care of her. And me and Kristy, we both understand that marriage is a very, very serious matter, and it's a very serious part of life. And we realize it takes commitment, and it takes work between the both of us. But me and Kristy, we love each other so unconditionally, and we want to take care of each other, and we want to build a good life together through marriage. And we want to have a strong marriage, and we both want a lifetime marriage to each other. We want a marriage based on trust, unconditional love, friendship, commitment, and faith. Also, me and Kristy agreed that even though we both love children, we both love children so much, but we both realize, because of our situation with Kristy's rheumatoid arthritis, that it would not be good for us to get pregnant and take care of a baby. We realize that it would not be good for us to get pregnant and take care of a baby. So me and Kristy are always going to take all the extra precautions to avoid pregnancy. We're going to do everything we can to avoid pregnancy, take all the precautions. But right now, me and Kristy have agreed that kind of love that people share, that we are not going to do that until after we are married. We're not going to have that kind of love until after we are married. And when we do, after we are married, we're going to take every precaution, extra precaution to avoid pregnancy. Right now, we want a marriage and life together filled with happiness and joy. I'm always going to work hard every day to have a loving, happy environment for Kristy and have just happy environment all around her. So Kristy is always happy and smiling. Like I said, I am not a self-serving person. I will always serve Kristy first, and Kristy's needs will always come before my own, and Kristy will always be my top priority in life. And every day I will focus on Kristy's happiness by loving her in a fun way with lots of humor and laughter, so she is always smiling and laughing and happy. And I will always honor Kristy and love her so unconditionally, and I will always be faithful and loyal to Kristy. And I love Kristy because of everything she is. She is so sweet, kind, caring, with a beautiful, loving heart. Me and Kristy want a marriage that is always filled with love, romance, and affection for each other. We know there may be some tough times in life that we're going to have to face, but we know that we'll always be there for each other with extra unconditional love. And I am devoted and dedicated to Kristy for forever. And I understand with Kristy's arthritis that she needs someone for the rest of her life, and I am in this relationship and marriage forever, for the rest of Kristy's life forever. And I pray Kristy stays healthy and everything. And I also pray that I live as long as Kristy does, so I can be with her and take care of her for the rest of her life, so she never has to be alone. And I promise you that I will give Kristy lots and lots of unconditional love. And I promise you I will stay with her, and I will never ever leave her, so you never have to worry about Kristy ever being alone. And because I will be in this marriage forever with Kristy. I promise you I will always take care of Kristy and help her every single day. I will always protect her and watch over her with lots and lots of love forever and ever. I will always love and serve Kristy and always put her needs and wants before my own, because Kristy will always be my number one top priority. And I will always shelter Kristy and protect her and always be faithful, kind, patient, gentle, caring, and absolutely so loving to Kristy. And I always knew deep in my heart that if I found a woman like Kristy who gives me such unconditional love like Kristy gives me, that I would marry her. I have no doubts in my mind whatsoever that Kristy has true, beautiful, unconditional love for me. And I know she really cares about me, and that is why I absolutely, truly want to marry Kristy. Because no one has ever loved me as much as she does. So I will always give Kristy tons and tons of love back to her. Even if Kristy's arthritis does get worse, I promise I will never ever leave her, and I will stay by her side and take care of her for the rest of her life, because I don't ever want to let go of that unconditional love that Kristy has for me and that I have for her. I just never want to lose that unconditional love. So I will stay with her forever. And me and Kristy have agreed when we do our wedding that we're going to have an outdoor wedding, and in the backyard of your house. And you can talk to us some more about that if you need to, and if you want more details. But like I said, we want a backyard ceremony on July 4th of 2021. This year, we want a backyard ceremony on July 4th with you, Tony, and the rest of Kristy's family. And I'm going to send invitations to my mom and my brother and see if they can come up for the marriage ceremony. If they can make it. I don't know if they'll be able to, but I'm going to see if they want to. And that day, me and Kristy, we're going to exchange our vows and declare our unconditional love for each other under God and before God. And with true commitment and unconditional love and faithfulness to each other, with sincerity, kindness, gentleness, and caring with each other. So that's the ceremony we're going to have. And also, like I said, we want me and Kristy, we want a partnership marriage with humor, romance, laughter, happiness, and lots of unconditional love. And like I said, me and Kristy, we're going to use the Bible as our marriage manual, and I'm going to use it as being a husband to her, my manual for being a wonderful, best husband I can be for her. And we're going to do lots and lots of prayer, so we have a wonderful, successful, loving marriage. And like I said, I will use the Bible as my own manual to be the best loving husband I can be for Kristy. And we want to just have a marriage of lots of unconditional love for each other. And like I said, Tony, I believe in God's message of unconditional love, and a message I've learned from God and over the years, as if you love someone with unconditional love, then you stay by their side and you never leave them, regardless of what that person has going on in their lives. Whether they become sick in the future with a disease or illness, you just never leave your spouse, you stay with them. And that is the type of unconditional love that I have for Kristy. And I met Kristy, and we have talked about me moving up there. And when I met Kristy, I told her that I was wanting to make a new start in my life. And she told me that she lives with you, Tony, and she loves you and doesn't want to leave you, because she never wants you to be alone, and she never wants to leave you and the rest of her family. And I couldn't agree more. And I told Kristy
that I was more than willing and happy to pack up and move up there to be with her and marry her and to be with all of you. Because I don't want to take Kristy away from you, Tony, and I don't want to take her away from the rest of her family. Because Tony, I don't want you to be alone, and because it's important to me as well that Kristy stays with you and her family. It was never my intentions to take Kristy away from you and the rest of the family. So that's why I want to move up there and marry her and join the family and be part of Kristy's family. Because I don't want you to be alone. I don't want to take her away from you. So I want to move up there and join the Kristy's family, join all of you, marry Kristy, and be part of the family. And it would be nice. It would be nice. I'm excited to be joining the family and to have you as a father, Tony. Because like I said, I never really had a father in my life. My dad left when I was 6, and I never saw him again. So I'm excited to have you as a father, Tony. And so I'm absolutely positive and so willing to move up there and marry Kristy, and so she can stay with all of you. And it'll be exciting for all of us to be able to spend time together and do things with you, Tony, and the rest of Kristy's family. And I want to be there, and I want to be there for you, Tony, and the rest of the Kristy's family any way that I can. But I do understand I'm the new guy, and it's going to take a while for everybody to get to know me. But I'm excited about learning and getting to know all of you. And I've always lived by the philosophy, it is better to give than receive. And I'm looking forward to joining all of you and all of Kristy's family, and to be there for Kristy and be there any way I can for all of you too. I talked to Kristy about this, and when I move up there, I am so willing to contribute to the household, because I believe in paying my own way and paying my share of the household bills. And I will pay all of the complete water bill every single month. I will pay the complete water bill every single month, regardless of what the bill is, because Kristy told me it would be good for me to pay it. That way we can all use more water, and Kristy can take more baths, and we can all live happier lives using more water. Because Kristy said she'd like to take more baths per week, and she would feel better if she can take more baths per week. And it would be good for us to all use more water. So Tony, I will pay the complete water bill. You don't have to worry about that. I will pay the water bill, so we can just use water. Kristy can take more showers. We can all use more water and live happier lives using more water. So I will pay the complete water bill every single month, so we can all use more water and be more happier and live better lives. And I will also help out with the house chores, and I will help Kristy out with her house chores anytime she needs me to help her, because I don't want her to have to struggle with doing house chores. And Tony, Kristy told me that you might be wanting to do some house projects, maybe some painting and stuff. And Tony, I am absolutely willing, and I'd be excited, Tony, to help you with house chores. If you want to work on, if the car needs working on, whether it's oil changes, I want to help you with that. So any projects you need help with, the car, the house, I'm excited to help you with those things. It'll be like a bonding experience. And the good thing with my OCD, it makes me a perfectionist. So when I do these tasks, whether it's working on a car with you or house projects, my perfectionist, because of the OCD, I always make sure the job is done right the first time, so there's no future problems. So that's one good thing about the OCD. It helps me be a perfectionist to make sure the job is done right the first time. And Tony, I will contribute to your family by doing things with you and the rest of your family. And also, I will love little Sassy too and help her whenever she needs help with anything as well. Whether she needs help, if she needs food, I will help feed her. I will take care of Sassy too and love Sassy too. And Tony, I will help you and Kristy out with the shopping or anything else I can help out with. If you need me to go to the store with you, go anywhere with you or Kristy, I will be there and do that for you. I'll take Kristy to the bank. Anything you need me to do, I want to contribute to the household. And Tony, I think Kristy told you that, I know she told you that I'm going to be coming up to visit on January 19th. That's a Tuesday. I'm going to be taking the Amtrak train from Klamath Falls up to Portland that morning. I'll be there in the afternoon. It'll be Tuesday, January 19th. And I'm excited to meet all of you and visit with Kristy and the rest of Kristy's family. And my intention is, towards the end of my visit, Tony, I would like to ask you for your permission to marry Kristy. And if you say yes, I'm going to ask Kristy in a romantic, gentleman way to marry me. And in a romantic, gentle way, I'm going to ask Kristy to marry me so I can make it official. So I'm going to ask you first for your permission, and then I'm going to ask Kristy in a romantic, gentleman way on my knee to please marry me. And I already gave Kristy my class ring. I sent it. I think she told you I sent it. She has it. The reason why I gave it to her and I shipped it to her and she has it now is I wanted my class ring to be a token to her as my promise that I love her and I'm serious about her and I'm serious about my unconditional love for her and I'm serious about marrying her. That's why I gave her my ring that she has now. Tony, I met Kristy a few months ago and she has changed my life because everything about her is so wonderful and I have so much unconditional love for her and she has made my life so much greater and so wonderful over the last several months because of her unconditional love for me. And I just want to tell you again, Tony, I promise that I will love Kristy unconditionally, always and forever, with lots and lots of unconditional love for the rest of Kristy's life. And I will stay with her, and I will never, never leave her, and I will always, always stay by her side. And even if her arthritis gets worse, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay right there, and I'm in this relationship with her, this marriage for her forever. I'm never going to leave her. I promise you that. So you never, ever, you or the rest of Kristy's family, you never have to worry about that. I'm in this for life. I'm in this forever. And I just promise you that I'm always going to stay married to her forever and ever. I'm never going to leave her. And I know you've been taking care of Kristy for the last several years because of her arthritis. And I want you to know, I'm not coming up there to overstep you. I'm coming up there to help you and to help you take care of Kristy because I want to be the type of husband for Kristy that she's always dreamed of. A husband who takes care of his wife the way a husband is supposed to take care of his wife with lots of unconditional love. So that's the husband I want to be. The husband who takes care of his wife with lots and lots of unconditional love. Because, Tony, you're not losing Kristy. You're not losing your daughter, but you're going to be gaining a son. And I want all of us to spend time together and do things together and go on outings together, play cards together, play board games, do stuff together. That's what I want all of us to do. And when I come up for my visit, Tony, I'm going to give you some money for the water bill while I'm visiting because instead of taking one shower while I visit, I would like to take 2 showers. So I'm going to give you money for the water bill. Because right now, I'm just getting back on my medication for my OCD. And it could take, because I just started my medications for my OCD, it could take about 12 weeks before it takes full effect and greatly reduces my OCD. So unfortunately, my shower times right now might be long, maybe an hour because of my OCD, but the water will not be on the whole time I'm in the shower. I will be turning it off when I soap up and stuff like Kristy does when she showers. So it will be turned off when I soap up. The water's not going to be on for the whole hour. I will turn it off to soap up and stuff like Kristy does when she showers. So the water will not be on the full time. But once the medications start taking full effect, in about 12 weeks, 3 months roughly, it will greatly reduce my shower times to around 20 to 30 minutes. So like I said, I'm going to give you money for my water usage to go on the water bill while I'm there visiting. So I guess in closing, Tony, I would like to thank you and Kristy's family for watching my video and for listening to everything I have to say and what I've talked about in the video. And I pray and I hope, Tony, that you and the rest of Kristy's family likes me and everything I had to say in this video, because I am so true to everything I say in my heart, and when I tell you that I truly love Kristy so unconditionally, and I'm absolutely serious about marrying her, because the feelings I have for Kristy are so true and so absolutely real. And I just want to thank you again for watching my video, and I'm looking forward to my visit where you can ask me questions that you may have for me. And before my visit, Tony, if you have any questions you want to ask, maybe we could talk on the phone. Maybe we could video Skype. You could use Kristy's laptop, and we could do some video Skype chat. If you want to ask me any questions before I arrive on Tuesday, January 19th. So if you want to chat on the phone, any video Skype, we could do that before I come on the train on Tuesday the 19th, January 19th. But I'm just looking forward to my visit, because one of the things Kristy told me that you were at Ace Hardware a while back, and you were challenging the workers at Ace Hardware to a sword fight with your tape measure. So, Tony, I would like to challenge you to a sword match with your tape measure against my lightsaber, my lightsaber. So that'll be fun. And also, I'm excited to see little Sassy in action, because Kristy tells me that Sassy is quite the little ninja warrior kitty cat. So I'm excited to see Sassy as well. Anyways, I just thank you for watching my video, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you. And like I said, if you have any questions before I come up on the 19th of January, Tuesday the 19th, if you want to call, do video Skype chat, I'd be more than happy to do that with you. Any questions you have whatsoever. All right, thank you very much. You have a good night.